Bishop John, what is World Communications Day?
World Communications Day goes back to the 1960s, the time of the Second Vatican Council. During the Council, the awareness of communications and its importance in the world became much more significant. One of the things, for example, that happened in the 1960s was that the famous Canadian philosopher Marshall McLuhan came up with the concept of the global village. And so people began to be aware that what was happening in one place could make an impact around the world. And the church recognised the potential of communications, even though much of the technology that we have now didn't exist. But the church recognised the potential of communications to spread the message of the gospel and to communicate within the church and also to people outside the church.
When is World Communications Day?
This year, World Communications Day is on the 16th of May, which is the Sunday before Pentecost Sunday. One of the striking things about Pentecost is that the first gift of the Spirit, or the first sign of the Spirit, was that people began to speak foreign languages. And so when the Spirit first touched the church and transformed the apostles in the upper room in Jerusalem, there was a drive within them to communicate, to tell the message of the death and resurrection of Jesus. And so it's adjacent to Pentecost, and it says part of the Pentecostal spirit within the church.
What is the theme for World Communications Day this year?
The theme for World Communications Day this year is the priest and pastoral ministry in a digital world, new media at the service of the Word. So in this theme, the Pope has taken together two ideas. First of all, the fact that this is the year for priests. So he's focusing on the work of priests and the ministry of priests. He's also then identifying the modern communications media as an important tool that priests would use in their communication of the gospel. Obviously, this is also wider than priests, because many of the people who are involved in ministry today, particularly young people, are not clergy. So anywhere in the world that young people are involved in the ministry of parishes or in the ministry of dioceses or movements or whatever, the Pope is encouraging them to use the internet, to use Twitter, YouTube and Facebook and so on, in order to get their message out and in order to communicate more effectively to their young audience. I suppose in the run-up to World Youth Day particularly, this is something that would be very important.